ביאור משנה ב'. Explanation for the second Mishnah. נאמר, it says, ואיש אשר יצוד ציד, חיה או עוף. An interesting ruling. If somebody is going to hunt a wild animal or a bird, אשר יאכל, any wild animal or any bird that you eat, for example, a deer or a dove, yeah? ושפך את דמו וכיסהו באפח. So when you shecht it, that animal, when you shecht it, you need to cover the blood with earth. Which animals? Only wild animals and birds, which means sheep and cows, you don't. It's only birds and wild animals, not sheep and cows. Okay?
I didn't know that.
So that's the rule. מכאן למדים, from here we learned, שמצווה לכסות דם שחיטת חיה טהורה. Notice he says חיה, not בהמה. חיה means wild, yeah? חיה טהרה, או עוף טהור, or any wild animal or any kosher bird.
Chicken.
That's right, and chickens we do it.
No, you don't hunt it, but...
Yeah. משנתנו דנה, so our Mishnah, again it's a Yom Tov. Same ruling. משנתנו דנה, אם מותר לאדם לשחוט חיה או עוף ביום טוב. Now, for sure you're allowed to. There's not a question if you're allowed to eat, to shecht on Yom Tov. For sure you're allowed to shecht on Yom Tov. We already stated that. We know the rule. So what's the question? The question, maybe you won't be allowed to because of technicality. You have a deer, you want to shecht it, but now, technicality, you're not allowed to shecht it, even though you're allowed to shecht it, because a deer is supposed to cover the blood with earth, and you didn't prepare earth to cover it. It wasn't mina muchan. You didn't think about the earth beforehand. So maybe technicality, you now will not be allowed to shecht because you don't have earth, because you can't cover it. In other words, you are allowed to shecht if you.
But you can cover it.
That's exactly. כשאין לו עפר מוכן מבערב יום טוב לכיסוי אדם. Maybe you're not allowed to shecht it because you don't have prepared earth from before Yom Tov prepared. You didn't think about it. Okay. So let's see. השוחט חיה ועוף ביום טוב. Somebody who slaughters a wild animal or a bird on a Yom Tov. בגמרא מבואר, the Gemara it explains, הרוצה לשחוט חיה או עוף ביום טוב, והוא בא לבית דין לשאול, and then he comes, I have a problem. He says, I know you need to cover the earth, and I didn't prepare any earth. So he comes to the Rav,
To take some wood. Can you
dig a hole, Yom Tov.
From the top, and
The earth, or it might be muktzah. Yeah, it might be muktzah. The thing itself, it was, you didn't prepare it, it's muktzah. Okay. Who bale beidin lishol, he comes to court to us. He comes to the rabbi. He says, I know I'm allowed to shecht, but I usually shecht sheep. No problem, I can shecht a sheep. But I don't have a sheep. I bought a deer before. So now, what am I going to do? Am I allowed to shecht the deer today or not? He asks the rabbanim. כיצד יעשה בעניין כיסוי אדם? It says, what am I going to do? Should I shecht it and not cover? I shouldn't shecht it at all? What should I do? I don't know what to do, but I don't know what the rule is. So Beit Shammai אומרים, Beit Shammai says, don't worry about it. יחפור בדקר ויחסה. Take a shovel, take some earth out. In other words, the problem is like you're planting, you're taking earth out. יחפור בדקר ויחסה and cover it. Says, don't worry about it. Again, Beit Shammai is what? Again, we have Beit Shammai. מקילים. Again, the lenient. בגמרא מפרשים אם יש לו דקר. בגמרא they explained if he has a דקר. What's a דקר? מין מעדר לחפירה בקרקע. It's a type of tool to dig in the ground.
Shovel.
Oh, it's like a shovel, that's right.
No?
So it says, what do you mean יחפור בדקר ויחסה? He has נעוץ באדמת עפר תחוח. It's not like he's already going to make a pit. He says, not necessarily does Beit Shammai allows you to make a pit. You know how you leave the shovel inside the pile? So it says, he has a pile, and he has the thing stuck in it. But it doesn't look like Beit Shammai allows you to start making start digging it. It's only a case where you already have a fine pile and you stick it before Shabbos. עפר תחוח, ואינו צריך אלא לעוקרו מן האדמה. The only thing you need to do according to בית שמאי is to remove it from the ground. כדי להעלות עפר לכיסוי אדם. In other words, you go like this. מתירים לו לשחוט את החיה או את העוף. Then we permit him to slaughter the animal or the bird, ויחפור בדקר. כלומר, יעקור את הדקר מקום נצייתו ויעלה עפר ויחסה בו את הדם. In other words, don't dig a new hole. Yeah, but it's already, in other words, it's a pile that you already dug from beforehand, and you just put it inside. In other words, because you prepared it beforehand, you were thinking that if I will need this pile, I will do it. But if you didn't have, you don't have a prepared pile, even Beit Shammai says, do not do it.
How you understand it? Here it says just when it's stuck in the ground, then you can do it.
Oh, so look what it says. נעוץ באדמת עפר תחוח. What's עפר תחוח? עפר תחוח is not hard. It means that it's already loose, after you dug it out. Because if it looks like you're doing in other words, you already dug the hole. It's a prepared ground. That's exactly. That's exactly.
Otherwise you won't be able to stick it.
Exactly. I think that's the way he learns it. ובית הלל אומרים, בית הלל says tough luck, even if it's prepared from beforehand, לא ישחוט. He says, not because you're not allowed to slaughter, you don't have to slaughter, but technicality, how are you going to cover the blood? Since you can cover the blood, then don't do it. לא ישחוט. אין מתירים לו לשחוט חיה או עוף ביום טוב. It says, we're not going to permit you. You didn't prepare earth beforehand, go home. That's it. Next time prepare beforehand. אלא אם כן, היה לו עפר מוכן מבעוד יום. So it looks like בית שמאי didn't think he's going to cover it with this earth. He didn't think he's going to cover it with it, and he's still allowed to.
They said, you can use it because it's loose.
Beit Hillel even won't let you do that. It says, unless you thought you're going to cover the blood with it, you can't use it. Okay. אלא אם כן היה לו עפר מוכן מבעוד יום. According to בית הלל, you needed to prepare the earth from before. מערב יום טוב. ומודים בית הלל לבית שמאי. But בית הלל says to בית שמאי, you know what, we agree to you in one area. Where? שאם שחט, that if he didn't, let's say, first of all, he slaughtered the animal. Like if he comes to you and you're the rabbi, the guy, says, should I slaughter the animal? So as beit hillel says, do not. But he comes to you, I already slaughtered the animals and then I realize I don't have blood. What should I do now? So it depends when the guy came to the Rav. So Beit Hillel says, she'im shachat b'diavad, if he thought about he already slaughtered the animal. Ve'en lo efer muchan, and he doesn't have prepared earth, sheyachfor b'deker v'yachaseh. Then we allow him to do what Beit Shammai said. But only after the fact. We don't let him do so it looks
That's
like...
a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Only a mistake.
And you were so quick.
That's right. In other words, we see from here though that Beit Hillel also allows to do it under certain conditions, but it says not from the beginning. כדרך שבין הלעיל בחירון שיש לו דקה נאות באדמת, as long as he does it the way Beit Shammai says not to make new earth, that's of course not allowed, according to both, not allowed. What about וכן מודים הכל, and also both Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel admit to one more thing. What about afar kira? You know the fireplace, yeah, the afar that's in the fireplace.
The wood.
Whatever, you're allowed to use that.
This
if you want, so it says, this afar maybe you can use because it was mukhan. Let's see. שאפר קירה מוכן הוא. אפר הקירה, the ashes from the fire, מן תנור לבישול, מהסקה של ערב יום טוב, this is the fire that you used for cooking on יום טוב, מוכן הוא, so this is preparation, ואינו מוקצה, because you already had in mind that you're going to use it for cooking, I don't care, but you had it in mind for some use. לפי שמן הסתם דעתו של אדם להשתמש בו ביום טוב, because you're thinking about using it in יום טוב. ולכן מותר לטלטלו ולכסות בו את הדם של חיה ועור שישחטו ביום טוב. So if you ever stuck and you don't have earth, you didn't dig beforehand, both Becha, go to your fireplace, take some theirs, and you can shecht and use that. אבל האפר מהעסקת יום טוב אינו מוכן. אלא אם, but this is if the preparation was from a Thursday, not from the Friday. Let's say you cleaned it before זהו, and then you cannot use it because it was prepared on Yom Tov. So now what do you do? Before Yom Tov, that's right. You have to prepare it before Yom Tov. But it says if it's still hot, you're still allowed to use it. If the ashes are still hot, you're allowed to use it. How? אלא אם כן עדיין הוא רמץ חם בכדי לצלות בביצה. If it has enough heat, so that if you put an egg in it, it's going to cook, then you're allowed to use it, because you can use it for cooking. Since you're allowed to use it for cooking, you're allowed to use it for any other purpose also. Since it has enough energy to be used for cooking, but once it's cold that it cannot be cooked anymore, then it's too late. שבחירון זה אנו אומרים, הואיל ויכול להשתמש בו לצרכי אוכל נפש, since it has some use, a יום טוב use, for example, cooking, כגון ליצור בביצה, for example, the minimum cooking requirement is to turn an egg, מותר לו גם ליטול ממנה לכיסוי אדם. So since it has some kind of use, you're allowed to use it for another use. Up to here.